You were red, and you liked me because I was blue. And you touched me, and suddenly I was a lilac sky. But you decided purple just wasn't for you. So, it's the silence.
I was making sure. Why did that seem like it was longer in retrospect? It's just that little part. Yeah. I think I was thinking of the Tumblr poem. You know, like that really big Tumblr poem
from Halsey.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
About Maddie. There's a really big one she wrote.
Yeah, I think that's the one we have.
Yes,
right.
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
Really?
Actually,
it's very detailed. You guys, we wanted to be the very first people on planet Earth to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Halsey's Badlands album. We are very big fans, first of all, of Halsey, as you guys know. So that being said, we are 7 months ahead, and it feels like fall, and we have been constantly talking about, first of all, this era, and we listened to Badlands for the first time in a long time, last or 2 weekends ago or something.
Yeah.
And I've been obsessed ever since.
I know. It really did it for us.
Yeah.
That is kind of what sparked this whole idea.
Yeah.
Because
what idea?
Because we were driving home and we put that album on. We were like trying to guess which song like was our favorite.
Yeah.
And we literally every song we were like, no, this
one.
is the one.
No, this one.
This one.
Because every single song is amazing, and I can't believe that next April, it dropped. Right? It was April, I believe, of 2015. Maybe. And I cannot fathom that. So I was 15 years old.
Wow.
And that means you were 10. But she was up Halsey's ass at 10 years old.
No, and that's what's funny because like we were just right before we pressed record saying I didn't have a brain then.
Yeah.
And that's like the funny part about it because that was like I feel like that was a very core memory time for me because I was like literally in middle school and
yeah.
Was I? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I don't
know.
Like
when Halsey started, probably in middle school-ish. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's such a angsty time, and that is so fitting.
It actually does, yes. Because it's like when I was in middle school, I had Avril Lavigne, you had Halsey.
Right.
Those are in the same category to me a little bit.
Yes, yeah. Like angry little
product
teenager,
of their times.
Tween.
Yeah.
Going through it.
Oh my God. You guys... First of all, Halsey just actually released a new single last week, which we love. We actually talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah.
But I was going through on Reddit and looking to see what people kind of like think nowadays about Badlands, and like there were tons of things because obviously Halsey's fan base goes so far. Like again, at that time, she really cultivated a really great fan base.
Oh my God, yeah.
Loyal,
you know? Yeah. Really set the tone for the times. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And someone posted in the Halsey subreddit, does Badlands still hit as hard as it originally did for you? And there were tons of replies, obviously. And people were like, Roman Holiday Supremacy, most slept on song in her discography. People were like going back and forth about different things. Mm-hmm. But I didn't see, like, I saw maybe one that was like, honestly, no, it doesn't like hit the same, but it's like for nostalgic base, I like it.
Okay.
But I think that shows how good of an album it is, because for me, again, listening to it, like obviously you can hear the sound and the difference. Like her stuff nowadays is definitely obviously higher quality, but for her debut album and for it to be so good, and again, timeless to where I'm listening to it and I'm like, even if this was brand new now, I would love it still.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Definitely.
Right. And again, not everything like has that longevity.
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, it literally, that album takes you back.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't it? When you're listening literally to it, it was so nostalgic, and I don't know. I'm
telling you, the next day I was looking at the Balenciaga cutout leather shoes.
Is that what she
from
wore?
Tumblr? No.
Oh,
that was just the sign of the times for me.
I remember. I saw that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the last time I'll mention them. If you follow me anywhere, I literally nonstop talk about them.
As you should. They were so iconic.
They literally were, and it's just. I was thinking about it too. Like even the Halsey era, I'm like, I don't think like I loved her style and loved her vibe, but I never actually, I think, dressed like that, like going to school or whatever. I did not have that kind of confidence.
Yeah, you didn't include it.
No, which we guess we should probably address our outfits. Those who are listening to this, we should just not say anything.
I actually like him.
For those of you who are new, we dress up like Halsey every day. But what? Sorry.
Every single day. Yeah. I wish I could dress like this every day. It really makes me want to dye my hair.
It's comfortable.
It's comfortable, except this wig I believe isn't making me like like hot.
Yeah.
Like not like
you look. Yeah,
like
it
hot.
is making you hot.
Like I'm sweating a little bit, and my hair is itchy.
Your new hair. Jamie got blonde hair.
Literally wig reveal. Like
literally wig.
I can't pull it off.
Yeah, we were looking up actually like the slang terms of 2017 or like
oh my gosh,
things like that, and it's like bae. What was it?
Boo.
I can't even. I literally can't even.
Yes.
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 Yeah, because wig I think was more 2018-ish.
Yeah, I feel like that was
Right?
like James Charles like
Yes.
era.
Oh, wig.
Like wig.
Yeah.
Who else said that? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's who. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Why?
James Charles, isn't he canceled? But I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, how everyone is.
I can't give up.
But yeah.
Okay.
But okay, so yeah. Anyway, if you're listening to us, Jamie and I are both dressed as different Halseys. Of course, we had to dress up for the occasion. Jamie,
I'm just like every day.
Halsey, period.
Halsey, like every day. I think she wore this to her concert a few times. Like she was
Yeah.
very casual.
Yeah, like white t-shirt, striped shorts, a jean jacket, hair long teal hair with some rootage going on because she's a little bit. She's
a little crazy.
Yeah, she doesn't care that much. She doesn't need to have her roots done. Yeah,
she's not maintained.
Right.
She's broke.
Right. Oh, yes. That's right. And then with some little flowers in her hair.
I'm feeling the flowers.
I really am too. You got to keep those and just keep using them in your normal hair.
Right?
Yeah. Because your hair is almost this length, honestly.
Yeah. I wish it was as thick as this.
Yeah. You just need extensions.
Yeah. But Jordan's Badlands Halsey, if you can see the cover. Actually, oh my God, perfect. This is the inspo.
Wait, yes.
We have her. Like a fur jacket moment, a little.
I love the Badlands.
It's like you need to be
cover.
in Utah.
Okay, is this? That's probably what this is.
I know.
Yeah, Badlands
Where is
00. I think this is one of the best album covers of all time.
No, it's so iconic.
Like truly.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was looking through a bunch of her pictures from that era, and I love that she had like the short blue hair, but then she had like the little chrome or not chrome. Oh my God. Green, yes. Green little stripe on the side of it. I'm like, I don't remember it.
So good. Did you curl it or did it come?
No, it came curled. It should have been straightened, and I tried to put
No, it
water
looks
on it,
so
but it wouldn't
good.
straighten.
Oh my gosh. No, you're actually, I think you should have short hair and colored hair.
Don't fucking tell me that right now because I'm giving myself.
I feel like your skin tone is like popping.
Wow.
Like it's giving.
Give me more. I like this because you know what? I've been thinking about it. I was so excited for Jamie to go blonde again, and then I kept thinking, I'm like, oh my God, I need to go blonde again. I kept looking back at pictures of my old self, and then I'm like, nope. Okay, I'm gonna let Jamie have. You're gonna have your full blonde moment.
Oh my
then
gosh,
I'll jump
no,
in.
do it.
Yeah,
do it ASAP.
No, I can't be too much of a copycat.
No, I want you to copy.
Yeah,
I like. I like the copy.
Yeah, yeah. We're feeling ourselves right now. To be honest,
it's so. To be honest, I needed this.
Yeah,
I needed to be someone else.
Yeah,
and like now I know the allure. I feel like like a lot of people. Well, okay, I know I bring her up in every episode, but Trisha Paytas, like I understand it now.
Oh my God, yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what we need to do.
Like it's so
once we
fun.
have that Trisha Paytas budget, we'll get dressed up for every single episode for you guys.
Custom.
Yeah, custom. We need to find a custom.
Can you make me this?
I'll be sewing all the week, and then we get to hear.
Literally. That's so good.
No, but also I think that we were talking about it too. Like we could just wear. You know, I'm like I could just put a wig on if we wanted to change my hair.
Right.
You know.
I know. I don't know why we don't.
I don't either. But anyway, back to Halsey. Okay, you guys. Badlands 10-year. Which, oh my God, wait, 2015. Wait, I wasn't 15. I graduated in 2015. I was 17 or 18 then.
Okay, so then that makes me like 12.
Okay, that's better. That's more
because
tolerable.
I was like 10 is like a little young.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, a little young.
Not that 12's that
I
big of a
remember
difference.
though us picking up that very Badlands vinyl. We were in Chicago, downtown Chicago, right?
Yeah. I remember it, and I put this in my notes because I was like, this album to me was so iconic for so many different reasons, but especially like how nostalgic in the way of I remember going and getting it.
Yeah.
I remember Jared.
Yeah.
Like
who I will say
put us on
to Halsey. That's my current husband, but was my boyfriend back then.
No, but I swear to God, that was like such a defining moment in our relationship
Yes.
because we bonded over it.
Yes. And
Do
we're
you
like,
know-
oh, you have taste.
Right, I was like, oh,
You're not just a regular male.
Yeah, you're different.
You're different.
Approved.
Yeah. I wish Halsey would do a re-record of this album just
You
for the
know
hell
what?
of it.
I was looking at her thing, and she did like recently a live album of it,
Wait,
but like not. I don't know if it
was it
that
like
recent.
recorded live or just put
I
out?
don't
Or I mean,
know.
recently or just put out recently?
Wait, where was it?
She is like I literally. But the thing is, I love every Halsey album. This is just the one that really stands out to me and us in general for that time period. But also, again, just every single song, there's not a skip on it.
I agree.
But is
But
that
yeah,
it?
it's
Oh,
from
Badlands Live?
2020.
Okay.
Live from Webster Hall. So I have never heard about this. Not to hear.
no one fucking told me about this. It's like Oscar on the show. He's always playing in his wig.
Oh my God, it's so
I love that. I love that.
Wig flu.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, it's
Castle.
from 2020. It's like all of them.
Wow.
I guess and some of her old ones.
Trouble.
Yeah, is there somewhere?
Cause a little trouble. We should just do karaoke, Annie.
I saw TikTok. This is so unrelated of like my boyfriend walking on the
I saw
girlfriend
that.
doing karaoke. And I was like, why don't I do karaoke ever?
Right.
Like just alone.
Just get your one and put it on the TV.
because that's like so entertaining and
Yes.
it's better than being on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. And you're practicing. You're warming up those vocal cords.
That
Okay.
was so good.
Wait, I want to hear you have timelines. You have like all the details of that we want to know. I want to be
Okay.
thrown back into Badlands era.
Okay. I have a little bit of backstory. I took this from an article from Rolling Stones
Okay.
when they interviewed her. So I'm just
Okay.
going to read it off.
Please.
Is that fine?
Yes.
Because
We're citing them.
I was going to, strip it down. But
We
they
are.
honestly got the point
They
across.
nailed it.
Right. Nailed it.
I don't know yet. But hopefully.
More than 2 years ago, Halsey was not actually Halsey. She was Ashley Nicolette Frank.
Wow, she has a long. I didn't realize this. I thought it was just Ashley something.
Just kept going. I'm
Just
so
Ashley.
sorry. Just Ashley.
Just Ashley.
I can't. Okay. Ashley Nicolette. I don't know how to say your last name. Frangipane.
Frangipane. We'll go with that.
A 19-year-old community college student dropout, couch surfing between basements in her native New Jersey Lower East Side, tatted up crowd of degenerate stoners she met through her boyfriend 2 years before that. She's gotten into the well-regarded Rhode Island School of Design and then learned she couldn't afford to go. She found the college she couldn't afford and waste her time. She was technically homeless, having been kicked out by her parents after quitting school. They didn't agree with her on a lot of things. Her phone service has been cut off. She had no health insurance. Her friends would pool their money to split a $1 slice of pizza. And then she quoted, "I remember one time I had $9 in my bank account and bought a 4-pack of Red Bull and used it up to stay up overnight."
Oh my
So
god.
her lore goes so crazy
Yeah.
or so far.
I
Which,
didn't know that.
yeah, which I think is why I don't know.
I always think people like that, they make such good art and music,
Right.
obviously.
Yes,
when they go through
exactly.
things and they have these, feelings and pain. And obviously, because being abandoned like that just for not going to school and stuff, that had to have just like
Right.
turned your world upside down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just feel like knowing those things, like I don't know, it's just
Connect you.
more to
Yeah,
them.
oh,
Yeah,
for
for
sure,
sure.
yeah.
So I thought that was notable.
Yeah.
Halsey says she plays 8 instruments, but only started writing music as a way to get people to pay attention to her poems. It was the first time I've ever been in a studio, she says. And by studio, I mean someone's basement that had a microphone and recording equipment. During that first meeting, she started writing Ghost, a song about a junkie ex, at around 10 p.m. one night. A few weeks later, she uploaded the song to SoundCloud. And when she logged back in an hour later, her Twitter account was blowing up. By 3 a.m., she says 5 labels contacted her by morning.
That's insane.
I know, and I actually had no. I remember reading about it a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Like it was very, and I think one of the songs that went viral actually they said was like a cover by Taylor or a cover
of Taylor?
of Trouble.
Oh.
Like another Trouble, like her Trouble.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Trouble.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Whoa.
By Taylor Swift?
Oh, I Knew You Were Trouble.
I Knew You Were Trouble.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like, that does not
I knew
sound
you were
right.
talking about. Yeah, I was like, that sounds about right.
My brain was not loading.
Oh my God. Wait. So she was kind of overnight, basically.
Yeah, and then I guess so. I wrote it down too that she, like, her Tumblr at the time was pretty much taking off because of that too.
Okay.
Like, she kind of started on that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew that
she
because
had a good following.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I do remember hearing about that, and also her Tumblr. She is so iconic for the way she used Tumblr and what she posted on there, and all the poems and things we'll get into. But
Yeah, and I think too that like it started from poems, and basically she realized that songwriting, and that was like the only way to get her poetry out there and like taken seriously, maybe.
Sure, right. Yeah, it brings more attention to it easier, probably.
So it says, the speed of it all, Halsey's music was getting radio play before she even signed into a label, and she already had a sizable Tumblr following, led many to cast her as a purely social media phenomenon, a tag she rejects. She likes to say she wasn't a social media kid, right? Because she was a broke college kid who dropped out, living on couches, but she just had a good amount of Tumblr following.
Right. Wow. Yeah, because I would never, ever have considered her to be that, because I didn't know that was even the case back then.
I know. I wonder if her Tumblr is still
a thing
alive.
I wonder that too, because like Taylor will still randomly use hers and things like that.
She's probably over it.
Yeah, maybe. But maybe not. Maybe she's feeling nostalgic and can go back and tell her like the rest of us.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It is so like cool to know about someone, I think. Especially I feel like that was kind of the vibe of like Room 93.
Yeah.
It was just so kind of sad and depressing.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like that
definitely
like goes a long way though.
Oh, for
like
sure.
Art.
Yeah, for sure. And again, when people can relate, and also I think that's what I've always loved so much about Halsey, and specifically Badlands are the lyrics, and like the way she like creates these pictures in your head, and it's dramatic in the best sense of the word. You know what I mean? Like I love theatrics and just like being full throttle into the moment of that. And I think like thinking back to her music videos, especially the music videos of that time, those are some of my favorite music videos of ever.
Yeah, I need to go watch those.
Yeah. They're just so they fit the vibe so perfectly. And what did I have on here? So the singles from Badlands, she had 4 singles, but the first one came out in March 9th of 2015.
Wow.
And it was it was Ghost. Then New Americana in July, then Colors in February after that, and then Castle after that.
That's crazy. I didn't know she had so many singles for it.
Yeah. She did. And let's see. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 albums charts in the United States, with the first week of sales being 115,000 copies. 97,000 of that estimated being pure album sales.
Dang.
That's nuts for a debut too, especially back then. That's crazy.
Yeah, that really is so crazy.
I think so.
And then like shortly after pretty much that came out, then like a year later she collabed with Chainsmokers. Yeah. Because that was like the summer of like Closer.
Right. And then took her even fucking higher.
I mean, that song literally, because it was so such like a radio hit.
Yeah. Right. It probably like
everyone knew it.
Looked at her, especially like probably record wise or record label wise, like, oh, she can be commercial hit as well. Like not only just like social media, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. She was like more mainstream.
Right. Because the album was preceded by the release of 2 singles, which I already said, and they peaked at New Americana peaked at number 60 on the Billboard chart, and that was Halsey's first appearance on the chart. Third single from the album was Colors was released, and was the most streamed track on Spotify. It also became the album's best-selling track worldwide. So
she's collabed with so many people. She was collabed with Justin Bieber, G-Eazy, Khalid.
Wait, what's Justin Bieber, the collab? Yes.
Oh, this is so good.
The feeling.
It's a banger.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's another thing. Halsey's features go so hard. Her features with Calvin Harris, I think she has one. Maybe, I don't know, two, but that one is like one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, the Khalid one, I do remember that too.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name.
And then I was trying to look up who she opened for too, and she opened for Imagine Dragons.
Okay, that's
and then
a good
the
pairing.
Kooks.
Oh, okay.
You know them probably more than me.
You know that.
You know everyone.
Yeah, the
like
Kooks.
that.
Yeah.
I know they sound familiar, but
Interesting. Okay, those are good pairings though for her. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was going through my notes app, or I like looked up Halsey in it, and I saw one thing and then two things, and it was like me reminding myself it was on my like to-do list. First of all, I had paycheck, Halloween costume, Saturday party, tapestry, write, read poetry book, Halsey tickets.
Oh my gosh, you have to post that. That's
I know.
like amazing.
I think it's so funny.
Oh,
and then and then in this was like, I don't know, a week after that, I say do essay and stuff, buy Halsey tickets.
You were
Get
really
groceries
that
for
reminder.
I needed to remember.
Which we ended up going and seeing her.
And I
which
think
we didn't say.
apparently I really was
literally because in that I remember seeing her. I dyed my hair blue for her concert.
Yes,
like fully blue.
Yeah,
like it was like a bluey purple. I think vibe.
Yeah.
And I literally had, like, in the picture, I remember, I have it on Snapchat somewhere, and it was, like, one of the halter tops that, like, come up here.
I
it's
always
like
talk with those fucking halter tops.
It's like a neck, like...
Yes, it's like a square neck halter.
Yes. It was so fun. I remember that concert, like... we were dying over it.
Oh my God, yeah. It was at if anyone lives in Michigan, it was at Masonic Temple, and the line was so long. We had gotten there early. We got a great spot. I wonder if your Snapchat has any videos of that concert.
I swear it does. I need to download it. I should do that.
We were in the pit.
Maybe I'll send them to you
and then put them in if we have them.
But
yeah, and on Wikipedia, I thought this was interesting. They style or they like put has the Badlands genre: electro pop, dark pop, alternative pop, synth pop, and pop record. That's featuring
crazy.
Industrial undertones.
Who knew?
Yeah, and she wrote it while she was 19.
So interesting.
Yeah, and it was produced by a Norwegian producer named Lido.
Okay.
And
he was a star.
Yes, he killed it. Clearly, because he's also worked with like Ella Mai, Jaden Smith, Ariana Grande, Mariah Carey, ASAP, Ferg, and Banks.
Gosh, I forgot about Ella Mai. I saw her. Did she open for Halsey? Who opened for her? Oh, Wonder opened for Halsey.
What?
Do you remember that? I think that's how we saw them.
Oh, the Badlands one?
I think so. Or one of them.
One. Okay, so if you had to pick, if you had to pick 3 of your top songs from the album, what would you say?
Young God. I'd pick.
Iconic.
I want to pick I Walk the Line because I used to like have a connection with that song.
Yes. No, you know what? That's what I was going to say too. I was thinking about it. I think that's something that drew me when I saw this album.
Yeah.
Her putting Walk the Line on it and like doing her rendition of that meant so much to us in our household. We were a Johnny Cash household.
Right. So it really did it for us.
Yeah. And that song specifically, crazy quick.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
Different than I feel like what a lot of people were doing then. Like they weren't putting
Johnny
Cash on there.
No, especially like a debut.
That's what
crazy.
I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's a good point.
I want to say the other 2, I would pick Roman Holiday.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm trying to think about like back at the time too. I feel like I liked Gasoline maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No, that makes sense for you.
So many. What would you pick?
Definitely Roman Holiday. Roman Holiday, like I could have that as like my I would like rise and like you know what I mean? Out of bed to that. Yeah, in slow-mo, yeah. If I had that as my alarm, I could do that, every day. Drive used to be so...
Maybe, I don't know what I would pick.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Impossible. I genuinely think every single song on here is top tier. And then there's Colors, obviously. And Colors Part 2.
Those are iconic. It's so good.
It's crazy because the lore that goes through Colors, especially because you guys know we're 1975 fans, and especially back then, like hearing Colors and then finding out, and we're piecing when fans pieced everything together that it's about Matty Healy. Also, okay, so we found this thing on, I think it's a Mino, but it looks like an old Tumblr
Yeah, it really does.
account.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and it's called Young Gods. And it's the largest community of fans of Halsey.
Wow.
And they go into like all of these things about Matty Healy references in Halsey's music, right? And I decided to create this post because this was surprisingly popular. I recently started listening to the 1975, and well, it's inevitable I found out that the infamous Halsey and Matty relationship, and it is infamous.
Truly.
I will probably make more than one blog because it's quite lengthy discussion. But anyway, let's dive in. Poems and writings. As you probably know, Halsey used to share lots of beautiful poems and writings on Tumblr before becoming more popular. These become the basis for understanding later song references. A lot of these have very obvious references to Matty Healy. For example, this one. I am one of the many girls who have loved you, but I am one of the few who have held your coffee brown curls in her hand and watched you smile and blush like a sun shower at 7 a.m. Literally speechless. It sounds a lot like him because it's a bit because of the bit about the girls. He's been with many girls, especially at that point. Everyone seems to love Matty. Even more obvious is the next line, which recalls chocolate brown curls. Okay. Anyway, I don't know why I'm going into detail that. Then there's another one. Hell yeah, I have a weakness. It's a mop of messy hair. He's climbing into bed somewhere completely unaware.
I feel like this is like such an iconic one. I feel like it's...
That sounds about right. And then a small portion of there's a really long poem that she wrote, and Jamie doesn't know it. I'm gonna look up the entire thing actually.
I feel like I might have seen it like in some form before.
Yeah. Okay, are you guys ready? Is everyone ready for this?
I'm sad.
This is crazy. He doesn't like to cuddle. He likes to grip my hips and pull the fibers of pink tissue and shreds from my lips with his teeth. He throws his hands in the air like a messiah and leans his head out the open window. Easy, breathe. Codeine, breathe. We laugh loudly and kiss loudly and moan loudly. He mouths vulgar things that make me giggle in front of our friends. I run my hand along the seams of his tight black jeans beneath the tabletop. He rolls his eyes and smirks at me. We take every opportunity to touch, to feel so secretly, so public. Exhibitionist pleasure. We play like children, tousling our hair, and I climb on his back. We roll spliff after spliff and talk rapidly and vigorously and trip over each other's sentences like a sidewalk crack. He says us like it means amen, and his eyes burn wild with a fire of passion. We get drunk, off of wine and skin and things we love. His smile erupts across his face like it could shatter his cheekbones. His eyes glimmer like a lake catching a glare of the moonlight. A glint of silver is growing up the side of his hairline. He thinks it makes him look distinguished. I laugh and agree. He loves to be so much older than me. He thinks it makes him wise. We spend a lot of time in hotel rooms with the doors shut. We spend a lot of time outside of hotel rooms with our mouths shut. He thinks the Xanax makes the sex last longer, and I don't argue. I always wake up first. I sit at the desk and work quietly and glance at him in the sheets, vulnerable and quiet, soft face, soft sounds, a warm cup of coffee, marmalade light through the windows. He speaks like a pastor and trips over his words. His tongue struggles to meet his brain. That's how a prodigy thinks. Or it's the drugs. He knows when my words are about him, and he lets it all go to his head, and I don't care because I love to watch him love himself. We laugh and fuck and play and write and plot and say goodbye and never worry. He is my occasional constant, a parody of himself, a paradox of ever present and transparent. I don't care what he is, which is really such, like, reading back, it's such a beautiful poem. It's really well written and really beautiful.
Yeah. I mean,
but
wow.
There's always a but because obviously he broke her heart. I'm 99% sure.
Right.
And just in general. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Oh, I see. They broke it down like that. But I'm wondering, so they knew each other before Halsey was even like Halsey?
It seems like that from everything that I saw. They knew each other like before Badlands, basically.
In 2015, made headlines. Yeah. Okay. So, inspired Halsey's debut EP, Room 93, and her hit single Colors on Badlands. So it must have been before that.
Right, because I read that her Room 93 whole EP was pretty much inspired by him.
And if she started on the internet, that makes sense. Maddie has always loved internet girls.
Right.
It starts there. That's crazy. Because you were dancing in your tube socks in our hotel room, white sheets, bright lights, crooked teeth, and the nightlife.
I love that song.
Oh my God. Like, actually, that song, now I'm like reading the words of that, were like flushed back. I haven't listened to that song in a minute.
Yeah. Right. And you know what? How did we know? In your hotel room.
She was kind of talking British, or like with a British accent.
Up on my shoulder.
Such a good song.
Oh my God.
Dylan Bald produced that. I don't know him, but I sound like I'm talking about the song.
He went off.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those lyrics are so crazy.
It really is. And then because obviously we know of the 1975 the references to Halsey, in She's So American, is it right? Because it's like if she says I've got to fix my teeth, and she's so American. You're writing lines about me, romantic poetry. Your girl's got red in her cheeks. Because we're something she can't see. He writes songs about her, and his other love interest thinks they're about her when he's really about the secret relationship.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's messy. And just all in all,
I mean, wow.
I think it's interesting too, because then after that, obviously we know in 2015 or whatever, Maddie and Taylor Swift get together, and Taylor Swift and Halsey have been friends for a really long time as well. I just think it's crazy the Venn diagram of it all, I guess.
I agree. I mean, it goes so far.
It does.
Because I wonder just how they met too.
Right.
Like, speaking of.
I know.
What's the connection?
That's what I need to know.
Been at a party.
But I feel like I've done so much digging trying to figure out like them talking about one another, but like they just don't.
Yeah. The funny part is like I feel like this like her poems or like their lyrics will blow up every once in a while and like recirculate.
Oh, for sure. Especially on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like in the fandoms too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like everyone just like forgets about it and they're like, don't y'all forget.
Yeah. Right. Remember this.
So good.
Oh my God.
I mean, she really is a lyric queen. She's a poet. She is, honestly, even without that, she's so creative, and you can tell that when she paints on stage.
Oh my God, yeah.
That whole era in so many ways.
Yeah, for sure.
And
exactly.
So cool.
Survival of the richest. The city's ours until the fall. They're Monaco and Hampton's bound, but we don't feel like outsiders at all. This being with Lord's, what's that song? I can't out of pure heroin. Drive. Does this trigger anything? Ribs, thank you. We would love to go in depth. We could do a whole video on Halsey. We wanted to really focus in on Badlands again because next year being the 10-year anniversary.
Right.
And that just is crazy for those of you who were around 10 years ago, around in the Halsey realm.
And it's 2024, and 2014 was 10 years ago, so we're living in it.
Right.
Basically.
It's cyclical, and it's
we can't
and I'm feeling it.
Yeah, it's in the air.
Yes, something is in the air. I've caught it. I've gotten sick.
I've got it.
I'm dying.
What are you sick with?
Yeah.
The 2014 cold.
2014 blues.
The blues.
Like a post-concert depression. Post-2014.
It really, I fear it's always going to be that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, maybe. Anyway, well, that's all we have for you today. Let us know your favorite Halsey song down below, or DM us if you're listening to this episode. We'd love to hear it. Halsey in general, but or if just even off of Badlands. What's your favorite Badlands song? If you had to narrow it down to one,
tell us.
Let's see down below. And also, while you're down there, you feel free to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more episodes. And we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.
Inside out.
Wow.
That was terrible.
That was too good.